God bless you.
I love you.
God
Just
bless
so you know.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
I love Trump.
Every time I hear that, I really can't believe it.
As a black woman in America, I know I might get my black card revoked. I love Trump.
God bless you.
I love you.
God
Just
bless
so you know.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
I love Trump.
Every time I hear that, I really can't believe it. So what's going on in this video, and thank you to Adam Francisco for compiling these videos together. Make sure you check out his channel. What's going on in this video is black women are giving what they really feel about Donald Trump. There's a narrative going around that black women or black people specifically have a problem. Well, they don't say black people. People say minorities have a problem with Donald Trump. And even there's a clip that I still can't believe. I still think it's AI of President Joe Biden saying, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. I refuse. I refuse to believe that. Anyways. So this video talks about what they really think about Donald Trump. And I hope you enjoy this. Let's go.
And you ain't black.
I love Trump.
And you ain't black.
As a black Trump supporter, what makes you say that your blackness would be revoked?
Oh, well, you know, our people, you know, supposedly speaking, he's a racist. He believes in grabbing women by you know, they have a lot of things that they say, especially the media. I mean, if you're talking about fake news and things like that. But the facts are the facts. The man has done bankruptcy 10 times. He's come back from that, and he's able to run our country. So I really do believe in him, and I do believe in his message. I really do. I like Trump. I love you, Trump.
Amazing.
Donald.
And
I don't know. People lie. The numbers don't.
Right.
Trump has the numbers.
I love to hear that.
My number.
Oh shit. Oh, hey Trump, you hear that? If you and Melania break up, right here, you got.
I love you, Trump.
That's right.
You, Trump.
That's right. Thank you so much, ladies. You were great to talk. Who are you voting for this election?
Donald Trump.
And what's one reason you like Trump?
He's gonna help our community. And see, don't go for Joe Biden because he's gonna make us a what is it called? A socialist country, y'all. A socialist country. That means we ain't gonna have no freedom. It's gonna be a lot of lockdown.
I don't think Joe Biden will make America a socialist country. But if you do believe that, please let me know why you think that, because that is a very alarming statement. I don't personally believe that will happen based off of how strong America is, but if you believe that, let me know why.
Exactly.
Go for Donald Trump. I did this telemarketing. I know. Republican National Committee. Period.
You like Trump?
Yeah, I feel like he did pretty good during his presidency.
So you don't mind my hat?
No, I don't mind at all.
So, because I mean, I did wear my hat when I approached you.
Yeah.
Did you see it when I approached you?
I didn't notice it.
You notice it?
I don't.
And now that you see it, like, what are your thoughts? What comes to mind?
It still didn't change me. It's just a hat, and that's something you believe in. I support you.
Thank you so much. Would you vote for him if he comes back in 2024 against Biden?
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
So you are obviously a person of color like we are.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to not be Trump supporters. So what is it about Trump
You
that...
know what, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I was talking to my husband about it earlier, and when I really started educating myself and informing myself on Donald Trump, one thing that I'm passionate about is human trafficking, that especially of children. And when I really started digging into it, I saw that Trump also is a huge supporter. He donated recently $35 million to support human traffic survivors.
And that's beautiful. So Donald Trump donated $35 million to support human trafficking survivors. And also a video that I just recently did yesterday. It was a liberal or a Democrat who was reading out all the wrong things Trump are going to do. And one thing they said was that Donald Trump was going to crack down on human trafficking and raise the punishments for human trafficking. And I'm very passionate about that too. I think that's a really big issue. A problem that I do have with, I wouldn't even say Joe Biden specifically, but the administration or the way the country's operating right now when it comes to human trafficking is the laws at the border, or the leniency at the border specifically. Because if there's a more lax border, it does make human trafficking easier. It does. And if you don't want to look at it from that perspective, let me break down why I think that. The reason I think that is because if it's easier to get people in the country or get people across the border without directly identifying them or even identifying the persons who are with them, you could be trafficking humans into the country and no one will ever even know because they're not identified. So let's say you do have more leniency at the border. What bad people from other countries will say is, oh, thank you for giving us a direct path. We were already doing this really terrible thing, but now we're going to do it at an even higher level. And I'm not saying everyone is doing that, obviously, but I do think if a criminal or a person who does human traffic notices that, it could be very terrible. And even vice versa, going into maybe another country. I don't know. It could just be really bad. And I think people tend to ignore this as if it's not a big issue. And I think it's a huge issue. So Donald Trump is definitely doing a good thing there, whether or not you support him or don't support him.
And he also signed legislation very recently to help people that are being trafficked. And that really struck a chord with my heart. And so
Amazing.
when I started really looking into him, I'm about action, I'm not about words. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I like the fact that he says what's on his mind. I like the fact that he doesn't say what he thinks people want to hear from him. And to me, I know everything that he's done for the black community, and I stand behind him.
Beautiful.
100%. I'm not only a Trump supporter, I am a Trump lover. And for the longest time, I've been afraid to come out and say that.
Well, here we go.
Because I didn't want to lose my blackness or my black friends or whatever. But
Remember what Joe Biden said, if you vote for Trump, you ain't black.
So if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
He really said that, bro. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe he said that. I'm sorry, y'all. I still cannot. Of course, he literally said it. Don't get me wrong. He said it, but wow. Why? First of all, why is your identification within a race tied to who you vote for? Anyways, I can't believe it.
that's what he said.
That's what he said.
What an idiot.
Unfortunately, as much as I'm not a Trump supporter, he was doing what he was supposed to be doing at the time that he was in office, and if it was for him, we probably would be getting more than just 20,000. He lives up to what he said. Biden, on the other hand, he's slacking a bit.
So in other words, Trump promises made, promises kept. Biden promises made, promises broken.
Unfortunately.
Trump or Biden?
You know what though? The one thing I can say about him, he really is good on military. Because I'm military.
Trump is, yeah.
Yeah, he really is. He's like pro-military. So I do fuck with that. But he's crazy.
And he's anti-war too.
Yeah.
He's pro-peace.
Biden's got us into how many wars now?
Now we finna go into war. I'm gonna be honest.
You do?
He did a lot for us, like the stimulus check.
So you were just put up a front before.
Yeah,
You were doing what you were supposed to do.
I was doing what I was supposed
What?
to do.
Yeah.
Biden tripled your groceries. That's about all he did.
There's a belief that black people have to vote for Democrats, otherwise they ain't black.
But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black, and you ain't black, and you ain't black.
That's what Biden said.
I'm black?
I'm talking about her.
No, but
I am black though.
Are you half?
Every time I hear that, I have to pause the video.
Yeah, I'm half.
When you were telling me that the media is the biggest issue, my gut was telling me that you're a Trump girl. Was I right?
You're right. Yeah.
So you're a Trump supporter.
I am.
What's your ethnic background? I'm just curious.
According to what I know, I never did know, what is it called? The
Ancestry of 23.
Ancestry,
Yeah.
I never did that. But for what I know, I'm Native American, Ramapo tribe, African American,
Wow.
and Puerto Rican.
So what kind of feedback do you get about your supporting of Trump? Do you get a lot of
I'm
negative?
supposed to be a Democrat.
Right.
I'm not supposed to be a Trump supporter, so
Right.
forth. You know, I have my own beliefs on why I agree with the Republican side more than the Democrat side. You know, but that's just my opinion.
And do your friends or family ever give you like pushback for that?
Oh, my grandmother calls Trump my friend.
Really?
She says, your friend Trump. And I'm like, Grandma, why is that my friend? I don't know him. That's your friend. My grandma.
But don't you wish Trump was your friend?
That would be kind of neat. I'm not
Am I
gonna
right?
lie.
He'd
Yeah,
probably like you
that
because you're
would.
fancy.
Yo, thank you.
And the last question to wrap things up.
Yeah.
You're a black woman.
Oh, am I? I didn't know.
I'm a Mexican man. What would you, because I get a lot of feedback, pushback because I'm Mexican, I'm an immigrant. I got here illegally though. What do you say to the black community that, and why do you support Donald? Like, what would you say to that as a black woman who supports Trump?
And what's weird to me is why aren't you just outwardly able to support Donald Trump without your blackness being put on the line? And no other, if you are white and you support Donald Trump, people never question your whiteness. Or if you support Joe Biden, who was, I guess, the alternative, people don't question your whiteness. But when you support Donald Trump, it's like, oh, you can't be black. It's whether or not you support him or not. It's just a weird thing that blackness is up for the debate, depending on who you vote for. It's such a weird thing. It's such a weird thing to me. And the roles would be reversed if it was cool to vote for Joe Biden. I mean, it was cool to vote for Donald Trump and not cool to vote for Joe Biden. I would still be saying the same thing. I just think it's weird how who you vote for determines how black you are. It's so strange to me. It's so strange.
I support Trump because I support policy. You know, I was watching a show today with Charlemagne and Stephen A. Smith. They had an interview, and Stephen says that he won't vote for Donald Trump, not because of the policies, but he just doesn't like his personality. And I'm like, that's not a reason to not vote for somebody. If you like the policies, if it's good for you, if it's good for your pocketbook, if it's good for your money, if it's good for your house and your community, what the hell does a personality has to do with it? So like Trump says, what the hell do you have to lose?
I love to hear it. Thank you so much. What's your name?
Amanya.
Nice to meet you.
The Conservative Poet. I got a channel.
Oh, you got one, The Conservative Poet.
That's me.
Shout it out. How do we find you?
Conservative Poet on YouTube.
I grew up in a conservative household. I'm from New York originally, but we're here, of course, in Florida.
What part of New York?
I'm Queens. Jamaica, Queens.
Forest Hills.
133rd Street.
Nice.
Trump is just like, he's a man. He's a man. He makes the money. He knows how to call the shots.
He's a real man.
He's a real man. Yeah. Trump is a real man. Trump is the man. I was raised right. 2-parent household.
Are you a Trump girl?
Yeah.
All right, so if you could describe 2021 in one word, what would it be?
Joe Biden.
Who are you voting for this upcoming
Oh,
election?
Trump. Like, no way. There's no way. Yeah, nobody else.
And what would you say to a black person that says Trump is racist and therefore you are white adjacent?
I would say that they need to actually pay attention to what he's talking about and understand that if you actually want to become successful as far as money in this country, Democrats are not who you want to vote for, because obviously they're replacing you with illegals.
Right.
They're telling you to your face they're replacing you with illegals. So I don't understand how you can still say, oh, Democrats are da-da-da. No, they are literally replacing you. They're giving them housing in New York. They're giving them housing everywhere else here. They're giving them $10,000 gift cards. Yep. But when you need aid, the state says, sorry, you make too much money. You're over the threshold by $500 a year. Yep. And we're not going to help you. So if you starve, you starve. We don't care. So
she's making some really good points. I'm not even going to lie. She's making some good points. If you have someone who's behind on rent or behind on financial aid from a university with $500, you're not getting any aid. But the fact that someone who's not even a citizen can get aid more easily, that's a problem to me. That's a huge problem to me. Because as the citizen, you should always be given the benefit of the doubt, in my opinion. But right now, she's literally listing a time where you're not given the benefit of the doubt. When was the last time you heard of an American citizen just getting housing? Other than welfare, of course, and stuff like that, Section 8. I mean, just getting a house and a $10,000 gift card off the strength of them just being a citizen. It doesn't happen. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I've never heard of an American citizen randomly getting a $10,000 gift card and free housing. I don't know. But if you want to finish the remaining of this video, let me know in the comments. Check out his channel, Adam Francisco, where the remainder of this video will be at. It's LFR Jojo, and I'll see you guys.